Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your November bonus reading. We are going to jump right in here. You have this peace card and this buy the book card, which is really nice. Definitely could be a peaceful end to the year, which is great. Even though this is just a November reading, I think that this could be talking about you discovering more peace at the end of the year, just in general. It seems to me like it's a little bit of a break, especially if I feel like things have been at a little bit of a hectic pace for you the past few months, and, it just looks to me like you are maybe getting a little bit of a break, or you're kind of being able to settle down a little bit here at the end of the year, which is great, and that's definitely what I would focus on. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is about, can be about love, but it can also, let me just get this out of the way. It can also be about love, of course, or attracting a connection, but I kind of feel like you're getting more into a flow. We have several cards here that would really kind of represent that. Seven of Pentacles and the Star. Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? And, Seven of Pentacles really says that you might be more focused on things that produce a better result in your life. So like in work or business or career, you could be focusing on better results. Also, I would say with the Seven of Pentacles, if something isn't worth it, you're probably going to cut it out. So obviously, if you do that, then you're going to enter into a better flow. I do feel that there could be a love offer coming in for you. It's kind of funny because there's been like a love offer just in your energy for a long time. I know a lot of Sagittarius people. I have a lot of Sagittariuses in my life, and a lot of them that watch my readings will say to me, why do you keep talking about love? I don't want love right now. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a Sagittarius thing or what, but it's like, the energy can exist even if you don't want it. But, again, it keeps popping up. So it might be, if you are kind of interested in love, it might be something that you want to explore, or maybe you want to open up just to see, if someone kind of comes in. Right? In the area of your crossing energy, the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. The Eight of Swords says you need to set yourself free. And the Eight of Swords says you need to realize that there are a million ways to do things, and, you just need to stay open to all the solutions. The Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction, so it can say that you're keeping yourself stuck when you could easily set yourself free. So anywhere you are stuck, I would analyze it with the Seven of Pentacles right here. The Seven of Pentacles is really about kind of analyzing a situation and looking at it and looking for a solution. So I think if you look for a solution in an area of your life that you feel stuck in, you will easily set yourself free. In the area of your thoughts, you also look stuck with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is this or that thinking, but she has this new island behind her, and I always say that new island could represent a new opportunity for her, or a different opportunity that she hasn't thought of yet. So like I said, with the Eight of Swords, I think with this Two of Swords, that looking for different opportunities could be very beneficial for you. And, this could be anything. Like if you're looking for a job, it's like maybe you can get a job. If you're having a hard time getting one, it's like there might be a job that exists where, maybe it's like the same job, but just in a different industry or something like that. So this card always tells me it's like that you are kind of looking in the right direction, but maybe you just need to make a minor change, like the industry in a job, for example. But it could be anything. And so the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords, I feel, want you to be more flexible, or just want you to look for other ways of doing things. You have the Nine of Wands in the area of your foundation. So the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. The Nine of Wands is also my card of experimentation. It's my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, and I'm a big fan of experimentation right now. I always say, just look at my channel. I run a million experiments all the time on this channel, and most of them don't work, but the ones that do make it totally worth it. And the reason I do this is because Pluto's going into Aquarius. So I started this when, even before Pluto went into Aquarius the first time, since it retrograded several times, and it's been very beneficial for me. So I would say experimentation is going to be the name of the game. Anything you can do to innovate during Pluto and Aquarius will just make you more successful in whatever area of life you want to be more successful in. But you have to try a lot of things, and you can have fun doing this. This doesn't have to be something that like burns you out, right? So as long as you're not getting burnt out, then I would say, experiment, try new things, see what happens, see what works, see what doesn't work. If something, and what I think is more important is it's like you can have a lot of ideas and you can try them all, and you can make small investments. You don't have to to like give something all of your energy. You can just try a little bit, take a little step towards something, see what works, see what doesn't, and kind of go from there. And that's how I would operate with this 9 of Wands. Next, in the area of the past, which this is the energy of what you're moving past, you have this Turkey spirit. It says, give with grace and gratitude. You also have this Eagle spirit. It says, spirit has your back. So these are two pretty good cards. And what's really funny is that in the United States, the eagle is the United States bird, right? But originally the bird of the US was going to be the turkey, which is very interesting as well. I don't know why that's popping into my head, but it is. But the turkey is a symbol of abundance and becoming more abundant. So even though it's coming up in your past, I think you have been guided towards more abundance or more success. Maybe I was talking, and I'm also getting the word establishment here. So maybe that's why I was talking about the US, because you could be establishing something, or it could be like the founding of something. You could be founding the beginnings of like a project or a business or something. And I think that would be very good for you as well with these two cards. Also in the past, you have the Fool. And so the Fool is about taking a leap of faith, and having it in the past basically says that you took a leap of faith and now you are probably getting a result. This could also say that you are working your way through your journey. The Fool goes from the Fool to the World if you follow the Fool's journey through the tarot. And so a lot of you could be at another stage in the journey. And, it's kind of a weird message, but it is kind of saying to me that you're just going on the journey. You are just progressing, forward, and that's it. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this Freedom card and this Forgive card. Love it. So a lot of you could be very focused on setting yourself free. We have Uranus and Taurus, and you've probably heard me say it before, but I'll say it again. Uranus and Taurus is all about setting yourself free from things that make you feel constricted. And Taurus energy in general wants us to be free. Wants us to enjoy the nice things. Taurus people want to enjoy the nicer things in life. They're kind of like the sign of gratitude and luxuries and nice things. And again, I think that a lot of you Sagittarius people could be very focused on kind of setting yourself free or having the freedom to have the things that you want in life. The Forgive card, a lot of people this month have had cards of forgiveness. So it could just be a good time to, forgive the past. You don't have to forgive a person directly or a situation directly. You can forgive it in your heart just so you can heal and move on. And also forgiveness is a form of freedom. If you forgive something, you're being set free from whatever it is. In the area of the very near future, you also have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is my card of, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, is it worth it to keep investing your energy into what you're working on, or is there something better? I can't answer that question for you because, again, you have to look at what you've been working on. And obviously, if it produces a good result, then you should keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. If it's not producing a good result, then it's time to make a change. The whole point of the Seven of Pentacles is that he has learned a lot from what he has done here, and he just needs to realize that he has gained a bunch of knowledge and wisdom that he can apply to new situations. So even if he is making a change, he's not starting from scratch. He's starting from a place of knowledge and wisdom, and I feel like you need to realize that. Next, in your outcome position, you have this card that says, you can do hard things. It says, it is not impossible as it may feel. Star card. We're definitely going to talk about that in a minute. You have this card that says, you are worthy. You are worth it all. It says, you are worth it all, my love. There you go. So I feel you are worth it. I think you need to tell yourself that you deserve great things and you deserve to accomplish great things as well. And that's what I would focus on with these cards. You have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords really says that if something is uncomfortable, you need to leave the situation. The story of the Nine of Swords is that he's had a nightmare, he's woken up, he's stuck in a nightmare, and he's in an uncomfortable position, but he has this blanket right here, and this blanket is a comfort blanket, and so he's in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. And this card says, do not wait for something to get so painful that you're forced to make a change, right? I believe that the Nine of Swords can represent like an upcoming tower moment, and it basically says you can avoid the tower moment by making the change. So if something isn't working in your life, make the change now. The other thing is that there are all these astrological symbols over this blanket here, and this blanket should give him comfort because kind of represents all like the transits or the astrology that he's experienced in his life. So just like the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, like the only good part of the Nine of Swords is this blanket and also this carving right here. But the blanket says that he has learned from all these things. So he has knowledge that could improve his situation. He just needs to look at that blanket and like use the information that he has learned to improve his situation. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Star. The Star can represent like hope, faith, renewal, like a wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you. So I feel for a lot of you that the Star could represent just fulfillment in your life. The Star can also represent a wish, of course. I also feel that just like this card said, it said you can do hard things. On the Star card, she is pouring this water out onto the earth here, and that water comes from the pool of universal consciousness, and literally this part of the card says that what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. So if there's something that you want to accomplish, if someone has done it, you can do it, and you can do hard things. That's what the Star says. And you have that card that says you can do hard things. So if you're trying to accomplish like a big goal, wish, or dream, I think this is saying like now is the time to really go for it because you can make it happen. I also feel this is amazing because it's coming up in the area of your closest relationships. And the Star kind of says that you are shining bright. And, I feel that this could be saying that there's a lot of attention coming in for you, or you could be getting a lot of attention. You could really be standing out at this time. And that's what I would focus on with the Star card is like standing out or getting attention. And that's what I feel. That's the only thing I feel like you need to do. You have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands can represent growth and expansion or kind of growing. This is coming up in the area of your future feelings. And so you could be feeling more growth like you are growing, or you could be feeling like you are expanding. Again, as I've said to you in the past, we have Jupiter is in your opposite sign, Gemini. And so I feel for, even though you're Sagittarius, that a lot of you could be getting the benefits of Jupiter and Gemini, and that could be helping you grow, expand, get out into the universe, get more attention, all those other things. I also feel that this card is saying you need to do more of the things that are in your nature. There are these 3 boats on the water here, and this card can represent going on an adventure or needing to get on those boats. And you are very adventurous. I feel this is encouraging you to be more adventurous at this time. We can grow by having new experiences and doing things we've never done before. And the Three of Wands really says you need to have new experiences so that you can grow. Your outcome card is the King of Pentacles. Amazing. King of Pentacles says that you're feeling very stable. The King of Pentacles is also the card of wealth and abundance. And a lot of you, this whole entire reading is pretty abundant in a lot of ways. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Star, the Three of Wands even can say that you're expanding all of these things. And so a lot of you could be feeling more abundant in the future, which is good, of course. This could also represent your skills. So he has these grapes over his cloak, and the grapes kind of represent something that is difficult to grow, but he can do it well. So he has a skill that is difficult for most people, but not for him. So I think that your skills could be very beneficial, or you could be using your skills to make more money or to be more successful, and all of that would be great. So let's see. With the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of marriage, of course. But the Four of Wands is a card of freedom, and you have this card that says freedom on it. So I feel that this could say that it's time for you to set yourself free from something that's keeping you stuck. The Four of Wands is really a card of completion. That's why it represents freedom. It kind of looks like a little bit of a finish line right here. And so you have to cross through this finish line and celebrate on the other side of the Four of Wands so that you can set yourself free. And again, I think it would be an amazing time for you to really set yourself free and to gain more freedom in your life in general. With the Two of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is, again, the area of what's on your mind. And the Four of Pentacles, you know what I'm hearing here, Sagittarius, is that it's not time to play it safe. The Four of Pentacles, not a bad card. It is a card of thinking about stability and, creating a more stable life. But I think it's time for you to kind of go for something because you have the Star card. The Star is about having a North Star, having that one thing that you set out to accomplish. And so I think you need to think outside of your limitations. We go down to that Nine of Swords, which is very limiting energy. And so I feel the Four of Pentacles is saying, don't play it safe. Obviously, I wouldn't take any stupid risk either. There's, balance here, but, that's what I'll say. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can represent a separation, but the Five of Swords is my card of taking a risk. So a lot of you, you have this Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior, but I think a lot of you have to take a risk of putting yourself out there, or, kind of, it can represent moving past your boundaries. The Nine of Wands can also say that you're trying something again, even though you've tried to do something in the past. It's kind of like you're giving something a second chance. And now that I say that, I'm pretty sure you had a second chance reading with me, maybe earlier in the month or at the end of October, I think. So a lot of you, really could be a time to take a risk, or, to put yourself out there to take a risk. With the Fool card, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles says, Six of Pentacles is about investment. Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. He is giving to two different situations here. And Six of Pentacles says that you have learned where to put your energy, or you have learned where to give your energy. He's giving to one side but not the other. And so I think that a lot of you have learned how to balance your energy. It's kind of like popping into my head as well, Sag, that in work, I think you've had a lot of those situations where it's like you do something, you put a lot of work into something for your boss or whatever, they don't appreciate it. So I think this is saying you're being more careful of who and what you give your energy to. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. I kind of feel like you need to claim something with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. The Hermit has been through a dark night of the soul, and he has done this to find his inner light. He has the star in his lantern there, and I always say that he needs to shine his star out all over the place, and you do have the star after the Hermit, which kind of tells me that you are going to be shining bright. You are going to be, shining your inner light. But I think this has been a long journey. The Hermit has had to climb to the top of this mountain to find his inner light. I always say that I think that the Hermit needs to come down from the mountain. This is not accurate tarot, but, he needs to come down from the mountain and shine his inner light. He needs to kind of, he needs to open up more. And I think it's tempting to stay at the top of the mountain. Once you isolate yourself at the top of the mountain, I think it's tempting to stay stuck at the top of the mountain because you don't have to deal with any of the problems of the world. But maybe you can save the world if you come down from the mountain. And that's what the Hermit is saying. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Really good. I'm happy to see a good card here on the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles is independence. It's a card of gratitude and luxuries. It's a card of protecting your energy as well. She has 6 pentacles over here, 3 pentacles over here. So she's willing to give 3 pentacles worth of energy to any situation that enters into her life. But she always keeps more than enough for herself. So she really represents balanced giving. She represents balanced energy and, making sure to balance your energy. With the Star card, you have the King of Cups. King of Cups is about your emotions. He has explored his emotions to a very deep level. So he's sitting in the middle of the ocean, and again, it just represents the fact that he has explored his emotions down deep, and now he is, he understands how to operate in the world from an emotional place, but he isn't over emotional because he has explored his emotions. It's another card that has a boat on it, and the boat back there again represents going on an adventure. On the King of Cups, it kind of represents going into the unknown as well. So we see a lot of stuff here of you having new experiences, which I think would be very valuable for you. With the Three of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles, teamwork. So this is coming up in the area of your future feelings. And this would represent putting yourself in a place where you feel like people are recognizing you or lifting you up on a pedestal. This guy here is standing on this bench here. He's being celebrated for the work that he has done. It's a card of quality work, but these two people are kind of more in a supportive role. And remember what we said with that Six of Pentacles. I think you've learned that there are certain people who are going to appreciate you and certain people who don't maybe appreciate you, or maybe they just don't say it. I think that this card is saying surround yourself with more of the people who appreciate the work that you do. And of course, that is going to be the most helpful. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is about a blessing in disguise. Ten of Swords can say something is dead, done, over with, but he's making the symbol with his hands here. And that symbol represents a blessing. So I kind of feel this Ten of Swords is more saying that there could be a little bit of a blessing in disguise coming in for you, or you could be receiving some sort of blessing. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. Yeah, if someone pops into your head, this card always reminds me of, if someone pops into your head, you should probably contact them, right? So sometimes I think we think about a person and it's because they're thinking about us, and, I would just reach out. You have this woman card that says dealings or relationships with a woman, and then you have this coins card that says money will be coming to you, so love it. This could be a person who is giving you money, of course. I also kind of just feel the woman is you. Even if you're not a woman, I just think that the woman card is saying the person I'm reading for, and the money is coming to you card is just saying money, it could be coming in for you. You have this Weeping Willow card. It says family sorrows. Yes, I think that all year you've had a challenge with family. I would say especially for those of you Sagittarius people who have allowed a person back into your life that was family. Just looking at your astrology over the year, I definitely see this, that some of you could have allowed a person or people back into your life, and maybe they showed you why they shouldn't be in your life. And, that could be where the sadness is. But at the same time, I think now you know. You have this bell card. It says announcement on it. I kind of feel like there could be some good news or something good coming in there. You have this dolphin card. It says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So, I think everything you've learned, everything you've been through could be providing more abundance. But this looks really good here, Sag. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.